Good morning, guys. Today is not going to be a knitting video, nor a crochet video, nor a shaving video. I have nothing much to show you from this, so I'm going to wait most probably till next week for the little bits that I've done. It's not really worth showing because I have been doing other things. I've been planting in the garden, so that is why. Let's just go out for a second. And I know this is all a little bit weird. Just come follow me. Right, here we go. Try not to make you too dizzy. It's a bit drizzly outside today. That's all right, because that's exactly what I want for the plant. That is neighbour's garden, by the way. That mess there is neighbour's garden. Anyway, a bugbear of mine. Let's turn you around. There we go. Let's have just a quick look. This is still a pile of mess. This has to be redone. But there you go. I also did all the borders with new wood chip. My beech trees are coming on. Honeysuckle is starting to come. They're looking okay. They're looking okay. These are the ones I planted last year all the way down here. And with the frost, I thought I had lost most of them, but it looks like they're actually coming. I know they still look like sticks, but they're looking healthy. The yew has just come on fabulously. I'm really happy about that. I have had a few casualties if I go down here. There, the cypress tree has died, only one branch is left. But it looks like the cotoneaster down there has survived after replanting. And also the quince. You see that little red flower there? Let's zoom in. There, the quince, that is part of it has survived. So I have hopes there. And the hazels are doing wonderfully. Look at my hazels. And this here is my wormery. This is not quite all ready yet. This still needs doing properly. I have a problem here with thistles coming through. Thistles everywhere. So I have to dig all of this up, take all the slabs up and redo everything. Here are my two wormery bins. Now for those that are squeamish, don't look. There you see all the composting in there. Oh, you can't see any worms today. It's most probably a bit too cold. This one's ready. There's all sorts in there, but that's exactly what you want. So, now let's get back to the plants. I also replanted the Mega Acer tree that used to be in the middle of the garden. It had only 3 roots, but look at it. Look how beautiful it is this year. And the little new leaves come in. The lilac is doing okay. It has got buds. The apple tree is coming on wonderfully. Right, let's just go back up here. So this is a tamarisk, and it survived the winter too, this -6 frost, which I was really surprised that it actually did. So that's coming up beautifully. Those are bluebells. I just planted them. They were a whole year in pots and rather, well, dismal. So I don't know what has survived from all the iris, and a few iris survived in pots, and a few narcissi, and can't see the tulip. It's buried somewhere underneath here. So I've got a whole load of bulbs here. This is the strawberry tree. I know it looks rather poorly, but if you look inside, there's new leaves coming. New leaves coming, so this will be fine. This is the katsura tree, or the candy floss tree, and its leaves are also already shaping little heart shapes. Yes, it's drizzling, guys. I know. And here, this is the acacia. It's heavy with the rainwater. I had this standing in my living room for about 2 months because I didn't want to plant it out whilst the frost was still going. The buddleia's doing fine, always does fine, that's never a problem. The red robins over there are also bulking out. I've had a few casualties here. This is Eve's Price. This one's doing well. This one's half well, but it will survive. This one the same, it will come back. It's already starting to come back. These are Phytonias. I think this is the red one. I had 2. That one's rather dismal. Gonna have to watch this one. Don't know what's gonna happen with it, whether it might bring something up from the bottom. It almost looks like it. And this is Phytonia as well, 2 Phytonias in pink. And then I replanted most of the roses as well, also into one area. They're coming up beautifully too. So that's what's going on here. Yes, and I do leave some nettles for the butterflies. There's only one, I've lost 1 rose, and there's this one right there in the back. It's an absolutely beautiful rose, and I've tried to be getting it back, and it just sort of stays at that stage. I don't know what's going on there, no idea. Last year it had 1 single flower. So that's just a little view. This is the oldest rose in the garden. Let's pan out, sorry. This is the oldest one. This one is about 100 years old. And it dies back, and it sort of dies, or 3/4 dies and then comes back. So it needs cutting. I need to cut the dead bits off now. But that's, yeah, we call it Grandma's Rose. As that's from James's mum's mother. There we go. So that's why it's called Grandma's Rose. Let's just go back here. Here the pink sorbet blueberry is already setting on as well. Look at that. Beautiful. And coming from the bottom, this is a tayberry. Ouch. That was the stick in my armpit. This is a tayberry. That's starting to come along nicely too. Olive, well, Olive had a big shock. But if I look at the very tip of the tippy tips, then I think she's coming back. Look, there's little bits there. So I'm hopeful still. Even fig is coming back. That's a fig. Lost all its leaves, but it has got green bits there. And is throwing a new one here. And this is a Mexican plant. I can't remember what it's called, Mexican something or another, but it has a very strong orange citrus smell. You can't smell it today, but that has survived the frost as well, so I'm really, really pleased. So let me turn you back. And I'm a bit chilly, so I'm going inside now. It's not that warm, it's about 6 degrees. So that was just a little walk into my garden. Year on year, things are improving, doing things, and yeah, bit by bit, the garden's coming together. Every year we do a little bit more. As I said, I planted the trees. Lemon tree is doing well. Let me just show you here my little plants indoors. Okay, here we have lemon tree. We call it lemon tree, so pretty. I'm not going out till maybe Tuesday. I have to have temperatures of at least 6-7 degrees at night before I can put the lemon tree out. So that's the lemon tree. Here I'm having an experiment with the sweet potato. This is an amaryllis. This is the oldest amaryllis. So amaryllis is about 10 years old. Has no flower now. It flowers, sometimes it flowers twice a year, and sometimes it only does one flower, and sometimes none. Well, it had a flower earlier this year in February, but it's very healthy. And this is a white, so a winter white. These are new, the little cyclamen, and it's doing very well. And let me see if I can find it somewhere down here, just throwing a humongous seed, which I shall plant. I don't want to take the bulbs out yet to separate. Where is it? I think, here we go, found it. So, you see this? So, I'm waiting for this to ripen. And then I got a little pineapple here, that's only, well, maybe a month old. In here, this is an experiment too. I took the baby, well, that was a separate flower that was growing out the side. I'll show you the mum in a minute, and I don't know if that's going to go. We'll give it a go and see. Sometimes I'm lucky, sometimes I'm not. In here, I've got germinating here. You can just about see there. Oh, and there's another one coming up. These are sunflower seeds. They're going to be planted in the garden too for the birds next year. And this amaryllis, we call it Sweet Marie, and it's actually a Barbados. It has grown very weird. It was rushed. It's the first time I've woken it up. And it rushed its flowers so much that they've gone a bit cockahoo. You see, it's not fully formed. It's really weird. The stamen aren't quite developed either, which is not so good. I would have liked those to produce some seeds, but anyway. So you see, they're not fully formed. Only 2 flowers on one stalk. Normally it's 4. If you peel back, you see that's a misshapen one that didn't come out. And here, this one, there's only 1 flower. And in here is another hidden one. There. Yeah, so that's all a bit weird. That's the mum. And it grew out the side here, and I just took it off. And now I've got the telephone going. Oh, goodness me. And here's another pineapple. I only just planted that one. It'll take about 3 years till it actually grows a pineapple. Till it gets to that stage, it will be about 2 months. Everything will die down and look as if it's dead. And then it will come back up now. And this is a protea. It's just growing. It hasn't flowered ever yet. I'm not sure whether it's maybe not warm enough or whether it just needs more time. I think this is another sunflower. Not sure. Still watching. Parsley. Everyone knows parsley. Christmas cactus is doing well now. I had 3. This is the only one that survived. And then my poinsettias. These were thrown away. I picked them out the dump. This one is super survived. This one is off and on. I don't know what's with it. I've now replanted them together in a big pot. As you see, they were in 2 single small pots. But it's not giving up, so I'm not giving up on it either. So that is it. That's all I have to show today. Maybe that was of interest to you. And that's just another look down the garden. So love you lots, miss you, and bye-bye.